we're out here at Point Louisa doing a clam biomass survey. Oh, here's one. And we are digging holes in the low intertidal to count clam species that are important to people who harvest clams out here. The three species that we are interested in are butter clams, which unfortunately are often very toxic on this beach, even throughout the year, and cockles, which tend to be less toxic, and then steamers or Pacific littleneck clams. So these are the Pacific littlonecks, the cockles, and the butter clams. I met Lindsay and Sir at the tribe because I collaborate with the Sitka tribe of Alaska, and I do a lot of my PSP testing through their lab, and then a lot of the tribes in Southeast are part of that tribal consortium that does PSP testing throughout the year.
The SEATOR network allows us to send samples in. We're able to get results back typically within a few days, and then we can then share that data out to the public so they can see almost real-time analysis of what the shellfish are, what their toxin levels are, if they're safe for consumption. Today is a minus 4.4 tide, so as you can see, the water goes down low enough so we can actually get close enough to the water, grab some shellfish samples that are actually further out and not so much up on the beach. Those shellfish that are further out with the tide are able to filter more of the water, more of the toxins possibly, and gives us a better gauge on what those shellfish are filtering out, if there's any toxins, the health of them, if they're moving with the tides or moving throughout the year. Tlingit Haida's involvement with this program allows us to provide that information that's pretty crucial and time sensitive to the tribal citizens and also to the surrounding communities that harvest these resources.
This is known to be a harvesting beach, so we do this every year. We've done this, I think this is our 4th time, and just keep an eye on the population of the clams so we can see what happens every year. We'll do a regular sample that we normally do every 2 weeks roughly, and we'll take 6 cockles, 6 butter clams, and a handful of mussels, and those will be sent in for testing on Alexandrium and paralytic shellfish poisoning. Then we'll also send 30 butter clams in for an aging survey that they've been working on the last few years. What they do is they count the rings and they age each butter clam we send in.
Because a lot of these clams can be 5, 6, 7 years old, and it's good to see multiple clams in different age classes because then we know the population is pretty healthy.
We work for our people, and we want to make sure our community is safe. So if we can get out there and let people know, and we can't say it's safe to eat, but we can let them know that the toxin levels.
That's kind of just the love of it, is being able to be on the front lines essentially of providing safe and reliable scientific data that people can actually use and have as a resource.